videos. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to be teaching you how to play Sledge by Dance with the Dead. Awesome band. So, all you need to know for this is that the tuning is in drop D mainly, and the key is G, I think. Right, so let's begin. So, the first riff starts a little something like this. So, nice and simple. All you need to do is start on the 12th fret of that low D string and then pull off to the 0, and then 2 on the open, and then it goes 10, 12 on that lower D string still, and then again 12 open, so and then it's one more on the open, and then it goes 12, 13 like this. So 12 open, 12 open, 12, 13. And then same thing again. And then it goes 10, 7 on the lower D. So and then you do 2 on the open, so do, and then 5 on the A string, 5th fret, 1 more on the open, then 3 on the A, and then it's 1 on the lower D. So it should look a little something like this, slowly. Then just repeat, so and then it's pretty much the same for that whole entire intro bit, but you're just going to be doing power chords. So you do a power chord on the 12th open, and then, you know, the 10-12 bit, so like this. One more time, slowly. Oops. And then it changes kind of halfway through that. I can't really remember, but yeah. And you're doing chugs in between those parts, so it's like this. So you see, I'm just doing 2 chugs on the open string in between that. So pretty much any little space there is in between that riff, there's a chug in, and a chug is just this. See what I mean? Anyway, so that part goes on for a bit, and then we go into that little clean section, which is normally played on a synth, but I decided for some masochistic reason to play it on guitar. So I used a clean setting for this with lots of reverb and delay. My band actually hates this tone, but I quite like it. So this is a little kind of arpeggio part, and it's just all individual picked strings. I'll have to see if I can remember it, to be honest. It's a little something like this. I'll do it slow. Now, I kind of butchered that, I'll be honest, but I'll teach you the notes and hopefully you can play it better than I can, because I haven't played this in a while. So, you're starting off with that finger, I'm not swearing at you, that finger, is it ring finger? Yeah. On the 12th fret of the D string, that's the higher D string, so 3 strings down. And then you're doing a little bar with your forefinger on the 10th fret of the G and B string, so like this. Yeah, just individually picked, and then you go to the 11th fret of the B string. And then you go to the 13th fret of the B string. And then the 10th fret of the high E string. And then I believe it's the 11th fret of the B string down to the 10th. It is. So like this first little section. Try and keep as many of the notes fretted as you can because it just sounds nice. So, once more. And then, you're still keeping that starting position with your fingers, but you're going 10th fret on that B string, and it's a little string skip to the 12th fret of the D string, so like this. So it looks a little something like this. Back up to the 11th on that B. And then again 13th on the B, and then 13th on the E, and then 10th on the E, like this, so. And then again back to that 11, 10 on the B. So that first little section again. And then the first part just repeats. Again, repeat with that little string skip. And this part's just slightly different, so again 13 on that B, but then you go 13th on the E, then back to the 13th on the B, and then back to the 13th on the E, and then the 10th fret on the E. I hope that's right, so I'll just play that through again really slowly, and then we'll move on, because I'm struggling here. So I'll just play that first section again really slowly, and then we'll move on, because I am struggling here. both sections, but there you go. Right, so next part. This is nice and simple, really rocky. You can really give it some here. So it goes into a little section which sounds something like this. All I'm doing there is power chords. So it'll be open, then 5th fret of the lower D. So open, 5th, open. Then 8th fret, open. And then same again, 0, 5, 0. But then it's the 10th fret and then open. Just repeats. But then on this last one, you're doing 0, 5, 0, but then it goes 10, 12. So that whole section, just really slow. And then at the end of that, it just does some straight up power chords into the chorus. So, and that is just 5, 8, 12, 15 on that lower D, all power chords. Easy. There is a little synth section which I play on lead here, which I think sounds something like this. And that is just pedaling that open D string. So you go in 0, 5, 0. So 0, 5, 0, 7, 0, 8, 0, 10. You're seeing a pattern here. And then just back down to the 8, 0, 7. And then it's 0, 8, 7, I think. That's it. And then it repeats. But after that 10th fret there, you then go into the 12th fret. And then back down, so. Back to the 10, and then that 8, 7 again. So that whole section, just really slow, so you can see it, is sorry, I just felt like doing that. So now we have the chorus. This part is really fun to play. It's literally just power chords. And you're starting on the 5th fret of the lower D string, and it's something like this. So all that is, you can use any strumming pattern you want here, but I tend to go for da 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 da. So starting on that 5th fret, down to the 1st fret, same strumming, up to the 8th fret, all on lower D, and then open. And that's pretty much it for the chorus. It's got some cool synthy parts behind it, which I'll go into later. But it does have, in the second half of the chorus, it does have this chugging pattern, which is really simple. It's just so power chord, chug chug, power chord, chug chug. Dirt, 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 dirt. And literally the same chords. Like that. So I'll play the chorus through for you really fast. So. You get the idea. So, next part of the song is again another kind of quiet section, but you've just got this again, and it was played on synth in the song, but you can play it on guitar if you want. It starts on the 7th fret of the G string, so like this, and then it slides up to the 14th fret, then to the 15th, then to the 12th, all on the G string. And I put lots of delay on that because it sounds a little bit more like the synth, but you can play it however you want. So, what's next? I believe... yes, this is the section where it goes into drop C on the rhythm part. So I'm just going to turn my drop pedal on and tune it to drop C. Nice and handy that. So that's just starting off with 2 strums on the 2nd fret, and then 1 on the open, so. And then 2 on that 3rd fret, sorry, 3. So pretty simple, and you're just following that same pattern really, so 2, 2, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 on that 3, and then duh, 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 again. 1 on the 5th, and then down to the 2nd. So I'll just play it really slow. That'll be the easier way of explaining it. I wish I'd done it at the start, to be honest. And that's fairly simple. But it has this little lead part behind it, again played on synth, and it just goes something like this. So that's just 12 then open on that higher D string. 12, open, 10, 12. Open, then 13. And then again open, and then back to 12. And then 10, 12 after that. And then another open, 13, open 12. And then again 12, 10 that time at the end. Again, quite slow. And then the exact same, but at the end it'll be going up to the 15th fret and then down 13, 12, so. And that's instead of the 12, 10. So again, really slow. And that's that part. So, I believe then it goes into the section, which you should all know by now. And then the next chorus has that little chugging part in the second half. And then I believe we have the breakdown part, which again is nice and simple. And I've actually forgotten how it goes. So the breakdown, I've worked it out, is just a lot of chugging. Jesus. So you're just starting with 2 chugs on the open, and then a power chord on the 1st fret, and then a chug on the open, and then a power chord on the 3rd fret. This is all lower D, so like this. And then 2 more chugs after that on the open. And then it's just chug, power chord on the 3rd fret of the A string, then another chug, then power chord on the 5th fret of that A string. And then that just repeats, but you're just doing a power chord on the 6th fret of the A string to the 5th fret of the A string the second time round. So the whole thing again together should look like this. And then I believe we're on to the solo. Now the rhythm section for the solo is just the same as the chorus. So the solo is nice and easy once you've practiced it a few times. It just starts on that 12th fret of the G string, and it goes 12, 14, 15, 14, 12, 10. Two hits on that turn. And then it's just 10, 8 on the high E string, and then 11, 10, 8 on that B string. And then down to the 7 on the B string. For that harmonic minor, love it. So, like this. One more time, really slow. And then you're just playing 10, 12, 14 on that G, so like that. And then same as the very first part, 12, 14, 15. And then it just goes 10, 11 on the B, so 10 on the G, 11 on the B, and then 10 on the high E. And after that, it is literally just 13 on the high E, 15 on the high E, and then 2 on that 17 on the high E, but you'll bend up on the last one, so. So we'll try play the whole solo. Again, I haven't played this in a long time, so. Lovely, isn't it? So for the little synthy lead part, it goes like this. And all that is 12th fret of the G string for a starting point, and then 11, 10 on the B, back to the 11 on the B, and then 13th fret of the higher D string, and then again same pattern on that B string, 11, 10, 11, and then 10th fret of the G string, and same again. And then for the first time round, it's 12 to 15 on the higher D string, at least this is what I think it is, and then 12, 14 on the G string. So yeah, like this. And then the exact same. And then on that second time round, it's just 13, 11, 10 on the B, back to the 11 on the B. And I think that's pretty much it. Just a couple of things to end. I did play the breakdown slightly wrong in the actual cover video, which I only noticed afterwards because I'd just forgotten how to play it. But I did play it right in the actual recording. And also on the very end part of the chorus, where it would normally be chugs, it's actually just strums like this, so. But, you know, everyone makes mistakes. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. And, you know, please like, comment. And have fun.